Hey everyone, this is Joe with Southeastern Frontiers, and today I am combining several short hikes in the Sipsey Wilderness into one, and we're going to explore some places that are rarely visited. So come along and check it out. The hike we're doing today is in the very eastern part of the Sipsey Wilderness. This is the eastern border of the Sipsey Wilderness right here, this green line. And this is the Northwest Road, also known as the Forest Service Road 208 that runs along here. And the place we're going today is the Narrows, which is right here. It's a very narrow place between two mountains. There's a very clear trail to get to it, although it's not a maintained trail. You can get to it by coming up Forest Service Road 208 here, and just before you get to this Y in the road right there, you're going to find a very clear place where there's an old road that used to go off this way, and you just park alongside the road right there. If you're coming from the other direction, you'll go past the trailhead for the Google Maps calls this the Gum Pond Trailhead, but to me it's the Brazil Canyon Trailhead because Brazil Canyon's right here. But you know, that's me. Anyway, you'll go past that until you just get past this Y in the road again, and up at the next rise, you'll see this old road going off into the forest. So just park alongside the road here. This hike, I go down and follow this old road. It's an easy to follow path if a bit obstructed with downed trees, until you get to the Narrows itself, which is right here. That's the hike we're doing today. Come along and check it out. The trailhead for this hike, such as it is, it's right off of Road 208. On the far eastern side of the Sipsey Wilderness, and we're going to enter here. Here's an old Sipsey Wilderness sign telling people that this, what used to be apparently a path, is closed to motor vehicles. Clearly. All right, off we go on our adventure. You might be wondering, where is this old path going that Joe's following here? This is going to a place called the Narrows. The Narrows is an interesting kind of a causeway, natural causeway between two mountains. It's very narrow, and we're going to go check it out. It's a bit of a bushwhack, but it's very early spring. This is mid-March, and the leaves haven't really come out yet. They're just starting. It shouldn't be too bad to get there yet. I would not recommend this hike in the summer when everything is bushed out. The ticks alone might make it impossible. So anyway, let's go check it out. I have come to an unexpected Y in the road. After consulting my map, I'm pretty sure I take the right-hand side of this Y, but we will find out. Like any time that you're exploring in the Sipsey Wilderness, there can be many obstacles. Got a few trees to climb over and around here. Hey, some early spring leaves coming out here. Or flowers, maybe. Very nice. You may think, oh, this looks pretty narrow. But no, we're not there yet. It gets narrower than this. All right, it's getting pretty narrow again. Woo! Look at that. That is the Borden Creek drainage side of this narrow stretch. And out there is the Flanagan Creek side. All right, it's pretty narrow. Cliffs on the Borden Creek side, cliffs on the Flanagan Creek side. Well, somebody has carved in the beech tree. Those are very cool, the narrows. The redbud trees have bloomed, or are starting to bloom, so they're really popping out there. I don't know if that shows up in the camera as well as it does to my eyes. Well, I continued to follow the road up to the top of the next mountain. Why? Because it was here and I needed the exercise. Really, I'm out today because I was feeling sluggish, needed to work out, and this is the best way to do it out in the forest. So I'm on top of the mountain now. There's not really any reason to come up here, I don't think. The old road continues and we'll drop down into the Borden Creek Valley eventually, but we're going to turn around and go back here. The views from up here on the mountain are pretty muted. You gotta look between all the tree stems, tree trunks. You can see the ridges out there beyond on the other side of Flanagan Creek and up towards Brazil Creek. We are almost back to the Narrows. You can see one of the cliffs up here on the east side of the Narrows. That's the Borden Creek side of the Narrows. We are back to the narrowest section of the Narrows. Back to that beech tree. So very cool. You might wonder how I know this place even exists. I've been reading some histories of the Banch National Forest and the Sipsey Wilderness area recently, and one of them mentioned this road across the Narrows here. So this road was historically significant because there were farmers who lived in the far north ridges up there who had fields of corn down in the bottoms, the flats, where the Borden Creek and Flanagan Creek join on the other side of that mountain I just climbed. And this was the route they took to get from their farms to their fields. So pretty darn cool. And they knew about this bridge across here. It's sort of a natural causeway. And apparently Native Americans knew it well as well. So very cool. I had to come check it out for myself. Not an often visited part of the Sipsey Wilderness for sure. I love this arch the fallen tree has made here. All right, time to head on back. I love how the forest here is wide open. It looks like a park. We are almost back to the road in my car. So this has been a fun little hike to the Narrows. All right, come along and check out my next one. Hey everyone, this is Joe with Southeastern Frontiers, and today I am hiking to Lick Branch Falls, which is near the Gum Pond area of the Sipsey Wilderness. And there's no official trail to it, and so I am bushwhacking it again, but it's not very far. It's only like a half mile, so let's see what we find. We are at Gum Pond at the National Forest Service sign. And this is a popular trail into the Sipsey Wilderness, but we're not taking it today. We're gonna strike out that way and see if we can find Lick Branch Falls. Entering the Sipsey Wilderness, closed to all motor vehicles, all motorized equipment, hang gliders, bicycles, and drones, by the way, which is, if you've ever wondered why I don't fly a drone out here, that's why. This is the Lick Branch. If you follow it downstream, you'll hit the Lick Falls. Jonathan and I have come this way before. We found that when you go downstream and hit the top of the falls, you cliff out, and it's really challenging to get down to the bottom. So I'm trying a little different route today. I'm going to cross over the Lick Branch, go over this next rise, and go in a side canyon and see if that's easier. Well, I've gotten up to the top of the rise. I'm going to see if I can find my way down on the other side here, which is that direction. Well, I've picked up a small stream here, so we will follow it down. Let's see what happens. Many Sipsey obstacles, as usual. Lots of crunchy leaves. Well, there's some sort of little waterfall or cascade ahead of me. Let me cross over. Looks like I can go down on the other side. I'll work my way around, but yes, there's a waterfall here. Did not know about this one. Well, that's a nice little waterfall. Bigger one to come. We were just at that waterfall, and there's another one right over here. How cool! Beautiful! Complete with a sandy beach. The canyon is getting deep and rockier. It's getting a little hard for me to figure out which way to go. I was hoping by now that I would have picked up a community trail of some sort, but I guess this is not the way to Lick Branch Falls for anybody. But hey, we saw 2 free waterfalls. That was cool. On we go. There seems to be a nice rock shelter on the other side. I can't really, well, I could get to it, but I'm not going to. Okay, after coming down that side canyon, We have regained the main Lick Branch, and the Lick Branch Falls is ahead. It was a little tricky getting through there without getting my feet wet, but I made it. And that's Lick Branch Falls. Pretty cool, huh? The last time that Jonathan and I were here was in the fall and there was no water. So we can only imagine how cool it was. This is very nice. Jonathan and I found it by accident once when we were doing a off-road, off-trail backpacking trip. I'll put a link to that video down in the description. I think I have a plan for how I'm going to try to get out of here. Since my way in didn't work like I wanted, I'm going to go up along this cliff and see if there's a place where I can climb up on top of it, then work my way back around on top of the cliff to the Lick Branch, and then follow the Lick Branch back upstream. That sounds easier than how I got here, but we'll see. This looks like a good spot for lunch. Waterfall right there. Time for lunch. Got my sandwich, some oranges, cookies, and a beautiful waterfall. All right, Lick Branch Falls is going out of view as I go around the corner up here. I didn't record it, but I climbed up about a 5-foot high piece of cliff and then worked my way around a boulder before this next clip. Oh boy, a laurel thicket. The Sipsey just keeps throwing challenges at me. Whew. Made it through there. That was the hardest obstacle yet. All right, that way back to the car. I am back along Lick Branch above the falls, which are right down there. So now I just got to follow this upstream until I get to where we started. There it is, Lick Branch. I had to get a stick out of my shoe. Man, what a beautiful part of the forest to do it in. Very nice. I am following what's clearly an old road up out of the Lick Branch Valley here. I think it'll join up with Trail 203 up here and take me right back to the trailhead. So we're almost there. Woohoo! Trail 203! Yay! All right. Should be a lot easier now. Okay, we are back to the Gum Pond area trailhead sign. This is where we started. All right, thanks for coming along with me today. This one turned out to be harder than I expected. I have failed once again to find a good route to get to Lick Branch Falls. Maybe that's why nobody visits it. If you happen to know a way to get there that's not so painful, please let me know. And I'll catch you next time.